Hey YouTube, it's Lisa, and I know it's been a while, but I have been moving. I know what you're thinking. You've been moving, you look like you're in the exact same spot. Well, my boys had a Boy Scout thing, and so I'm over cleaning. I'm actually in a somewhat empty house. Still not as empty as I'd like it, getting moved. And, yeah. So I thought when my boys were at Scouts, I would do an update because a lot of decisions have been made. A lot has been going on lately. So I was obviously not pregnant last time that I said I might be. I'm not sure. So my husband and I sat down and we had a conversation. And I was like, I'm just scared. And he's like, well, I think it's going to happen. And I'm like, and he always points out to me that we have not been as faithful as we should have been, and you know, things like that. But it's very different than my other 4 pregnancies where I basically had sex one time and found out I was pregnant, and I just kind of thought that's how you got pregnant. You just had sex and got pregnant. And so it's kind of weird because this has like been really hard and really long, and I've had, you know, the miscarriages. And so I told my husband, I think we need to do something. So here is what we decided. We decided that we would do 1 cycle with Clomid and just see how that went. See if I got pregnant during that cycle and see if I had a healthy pregnancy. And then we decided to go see a fertility specialist. Of course, all of this right after our insurance switched at the first of the year. So then we decided to go see a fertility specialist, which is kind of a bit of a rigmarole. If I didn't realize, like, so we used to have insurance that we could go see whoever we wanted. However, we would still had to get an approval for like a fertility specialist because the fertility specialist requires it, not our insurance. So anyway, we switched insurances, and now we're no longer on the plan because it was crazy expensive once everything, like, you know, Obamacare and all that. We don't even need to get into that, but it became crazy expensive. So we changed, and now I still have to get a referral. So I have to get a referral, and then I have to go, and then basically my husband, if any work needs to be done with him, they piggyback on that. So we have not actually started. We just looked into the steps, and we haven't started. But basically, we had been talking. We were foster parents 2 years ago, and we thought we would adopt out of foster care, and then it was such, the foster experience was so traumatic for my family that we were like, I don't think we will ever do that. Well, we kind of have since changed our minds because we realized one of the things that we did differently back then was we decided, at the time we didn't really want to adopt right then, and so we weren't necessarily looking for adoptable kids, and I think that's why our experience is so traumatic. You know, I have friends who've done foster to adopt, and they basically said we don't want any children that aren't adoptable, and it was a very positive experience. So I don't know. So we had said we weren't going to, but at this point, because of our decision to move our family into an RV, we would not be accepted as foster parents. So yeah, so that's a change. And that is the same thing with adoption. And at one point, my husband and I had said that we didn't ever want to use donor eggs because we said that would be really weird. But now we're thinking, you know what, if we were going to adopt a baby and we were going to love a baby that wasn't either one of ours biologically, why couldn't we do a 50%? And here, the interesting thing is, only because of the fact that we've decided to move our family of 6 into 427 square feet and travel with them and do some crazy stuff is why we can't adopt normally. So we've decided we're going to have to go the old-fashioned way, as in me carrying a baby, even if it means doing fertility treatment. So basically, let me break down the plan. We are doing Clomid this cycle. We've already had our high fertile days, and we, you know, punched the monkey, so to speak, every day. Oh, wait a second, that wasn't very, we baby danced. We baby danced. And during all the proper times, and I took Clomid, and we will see. And then if my period shows her ugly head, then we will pursue the fertility treatment. So that's pretty much where it is. And I guess I pretty much covered why we're not considering adoption. It's really important for our family to do this right now. We just really felt like, we just literally felt called to do this. And a lot has happened that we've realized what a huge blessing it is for us, for travel reasons, and for sending our kids to college, and for some of the life experiences we wanted that we could never have in a big, while we were paying for a big house. We were paying for a big house and in a fancy neighborhood in a good school district. Well, the school district would have mattered, except we homeschool our kids, and the fancy house, I don't know why I ever thought I needed it. But basically, after really analyzing everything, we realized that by living in this really simple lifestyle, we could travel with our kids, and we could save up money. And we were really thinking about doing one of those me to we trips with our family to Africa to build a school. And we just realized that we have all these amazing experiences, and we didn't want to give that up. Even though we want desperately to adopt or to possibly go that route, it's not an option for us as long as we've decided to do this. So I guess I kind of made that long, but so I guess, long story short, we're not adopting and we're not doing foster care because we've decided to do this crazy RV thing and traveling with our family. So we are going to go the old-fashioned route, even if it means fertility treatment. And we are definitely going to try with my eggs initially. And then we're going to, if that doesn't work, we are going to try with donor eggs. And which also makes a really good point for us doing this RV thing, because this could potentially cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and living in the RV definitely puts us in a position to afford that, so without driving our family into complete and total debt. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. It's going to be I have not really decided when the best time to make videos is. That would be the downfall of 427 square feet. There's actually nowhere to be alone, ever. And that is huge, except when you're trying to make a video about fertility in front of an 11-year-old who is definitely old enough to get what you're talking about. So anyway, I'm going to go finish packing and doing some stuff, but I just want to touch base and tell you where I'm at. And I will talk to you soon. Love you, YouTube, and I hope lots of you are pregnant.